Google is getting sued by the Department of Justice.
Not for any amount of because you can sue for.
No, they are suing. They explicitly want to break up Google's ad business.
Right.
And
which accounts for like 85% of their revenues.
Is it that much?
Yeah, digital advertising accounted for roughly 80% of Google's business, with 12%, or roughly $32 billion, coming from the ad brokering activity that the DOJ is honing in on.
Holy
yeah.
smokes.
So like clearly it would fuck with Google. But these kind of things take years, right?
Yeah. Everyone says it's going to be this long, protracted battle. There's already, and this is just this has already been going on. I think since 2020, there's at least 5 separate suits from either states or federal entities.
Didn't the EU also?
Yeah, oh yeah,
they've been up their ass.
yeah. The EU's always trying to jam up one of these big tech companies.
Yeah, good for them.
But so Google, for since 2007, has been building this entire in-house advertising system.
Yeah.
Starting with the biggest one that everyone talks about, and you've been seeing in all the stories, is DoubleClick. So in 2007, they bought DoubleClick.
I thought it was 08.
I think 08 is when the deal went through, because it had to get approved by the FTC and everything. Got approved 4-1.
That's the government's fault. If you didn't want them to have this monopolistic power, maybe you shouldn't have approved it.
I will say it's easy to do it. It's easy to say that in 2023. But in 2007, I forget which one it was. One of the guys who voted with the 4 said if he knew what he knew now, he would have never voted that way.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir.
But yeah, that's one of the biggest ones. It gave them the new software that it's like a NASDAQ exchange for online ads that analysts say is extremely lucrative for Google. It brings web publishers and advertising buyers together on a website where they can participate in auctions for ad space. It also brought in relationships with web publishers.
I want to see this auction website. I want to see it. We normal people don't get to see where these advertisers and brands, or advertisers and what's the other side of that?
Platforms.
Platforms. Thank you. I want to see how it looks. Pretty tight, huh? Hey, you want to advertise here? 70,
I'm sure it's not
cents.
as exciting as you.
No, it sounds sexy.
It's like it's a guy doing the quick ad, or the quick.
Oh, I wish
auctioneer.
that'd be so great if it was a cattle auctioneer.
$25 for
Manscaped here. Shave your balls. $25. Shave it there.
Yeah,
pretty funny. Pretty funny, that bit.
Maybe this one's not going to.
That's going to go into next year's
best of.
Best of, yeah, for sure.
Well, let's not get too cocky.
I can't believe you said this was going to be a stinker episode. I can't believe you said you felt sick.
I don't feel sick.
Yeah, you were
like. The
time
I felt sick was when you got in the car stinking like cigarettes.
Fuck.
And then in 2009, they bought. You think it's AdMob or AdMob? I think it's AdMob because it helps them facilitate ads on mobile devices.
AdMob. Oh, ADMOB.
Mm-hmm. But
AdMob. No, it's AdMob.
But it's for mobile.
Right.
AdMob.
Right.
AdMob.
AdMob. Okay, go on.
Then we got Invite Media in 2010. How
much did they acquire these for?
I can't remember. I didn't write them all down, but one was a huge one for like 400 million, then a smaller one, 70 million. But oh yeah, imagine Silicon Valley. Just like, let's just come up with some bullshit.
Silicon. It's not silicone. Silicon.
Every week I come in here, I say some shit, and you got a problem.
Well, I'm trying to keep it professional.
Why don't you keep it professional by?
Oh wow, they bought
No, DoubleClick's the biggest one. Yeah, 3.1 billion. And then AdMeld in 2011.
AdMeld?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Why do they need all these different ones? What
too?
the fuck? Like you buy AdMob and it does mobile ads. Then what do you need AdMeld for? What does it do differently that you can't just create in house?
Well, it's
fucking.
There's probably another. So, for example, DoubleClick, Microsoft also really wanted DoubleClick, and they said, and so Microsoft instead got Aquantive or whatever. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sounds right.
But some of them honestly could be as simple as we don't want another company snatching up an exchange like this.
Yeah. They really do have their fingers in every possible. They got their hand fully in the cookie jar and it's stuck.
Someone posted, I didn't know this existed. Apparently there's a website where just it lists, it's called like Google Graveyard or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a list of all the companies they've bought and just killed, or ones they've launched and just killed. And it just looks like a graveyard. You can just scroll through.
Wow. How many companies? There's got to be hundreds.
Oh, hundreds, yeah.
Wow. I aspire to do that. I
Just buy
aspire
companies
to
and kill them.
No, to create a company that gets bought by a giant corporation and they pay me out and then I just fuck off. That's cool.
But yeah, but the best part is when this happens, they start pulling emails,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very fun because, I mean, you would think they would know. Maybe
Who
we should.
starts pulling emails? DOJ?
Yeah. You would think they would be like, maybe I shouldn't email this. This feels like something that in a couple years, the Justice Department's going to be reading to me.
Yeah.
But
Can't they just delete them? They're probably archived.
oh, yeah, I'm sure they're stored on servers and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
The Justice Department described internal Google documents and other evidence that it believes could help prove its case. In the lawsuit, the agency said one Google advertising executive had questioned the company's market power, asking if there was a deeper issue with us owning the platform, the exchange, and a huge network, and adding that the analogy would be if Goldman or Citibank owned the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a great quote.
It's really
So
good.
they were self-aware. They are fully aware of what they
Right.
did. And it's interesting. I learned that they keep 30 cents or far more of each advertising dollar flowing from advertisers to website publishers.
Right. It's at least 30 cents.
And they also, in their own internal documents, acknowledged that they would earn significantly less if there was a competitive market. But there is, like, they have, part of their defense is, hey, we're not the only game in town.
Right.
There's Microsoft.
Amazon,
There's Amazon.
TikTok.
Yeah, but I would point to just the cultural, whatever the word is, that when you want to find something, you Google it.
Yeah, they're getting sued for that as well. I think that's one of the Texas laws.
How do you sue? How do you sue for that? You have no control over that. That people now use your company as a verb.
But they could break up the company in a way that makes it so it's not. So if it prices people out, right? If people are paying for their searches to be higher and stuff like that,
Right.
They could ask to restructure the business in a way that's more fair instead of just having this monopoly power and wield it in any way they want.
I just don't know how these kind of things get resolved in a realistic.
Also, I don't think it's necessarily that, it's the way they've created the system. This quote, I feel like, sums it up, that they have their hand in every step of the way, right? The DOJ is arguing that Google's prominent role in multiple parts of the digital ad ecosystem, from tools for publishers to sell ad space, tools for advertisers to buy ad space, and an exchange that links bidders and sellers in the blink of an eye, allow it to flex its anti-competitive muscles in sundry other ways, right? So they just control every step of the way.
Well, yeah, because it's their fucking website, right? And I'm not defending. I'm just trying to understand, like, what... if everybody uses your shit, if McDonald's decides they want to start their own potato farm where they control the growth of the potatoes and they sell it to themselves or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, we have laws to prevent this from happening, though.
Oh, God.
Because we've decided it's not good for people. It's not good for...
Yeah, because it's monopolistic.
Yeah.
Because they're making...
If you control the entire
of dollars.
system, you can just go, well, we decided that the price is this now.
Yeah.
Because where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
What, are you going to go on Bing? You going to Bing it?
Right.